Hello student, I am Professor Jyoti Anil Mahatme from Computer Science Department of KTHM College, Nasik. I welcome all in online lecture series of subject Introduction to Cybersecurity or Information Security for module first. In today's video lecture, we will discuss some of the topic from third chapter of first module. The chapter is Security Threat and Vulnerabilities. And the topic that we will discuss in today's lecture is Insecure Network Connection, Malicious Code, and Programming Bug. First concept is Insecure Network Connections. A secure network in any home, business, school, or other network with security measure in place that help to protect it from outside attackers. Some of the properties of secure network communications are secrecy, authentication, and message integrity. Secrecy means only the sender and intended receiver should be able to receive and understand the content of transmitted message. This aspect of secrecy is probably the most commonly perceived meaning of the term secure communication. The second property is related with authentication, in which both sender and receiver need to confirm the identity of the other party involved in the communication, like password protection. In message integrity, even if the sender and receiver are able to authenticate each other, they also want to ensure that the content of their communication is not altered either maliciously or by accident in transmission. An interruption related with this secure network connection properties means insecure network connection. Through insecure network connection, the hacker will be able to get sensitive information over the network like username, password, browsing history, usage pattern, etc. There are some of the characteristics of non-secure network connection. First, non-HTTPS communication. HTTPS means a secure variant of HTTP protocol, which has long been a staple of modern web. It creates secure connection by providing authentication and encryption between browser and associated web server. Second characteristic is unsecured firewall, where unnecessary ports are still open and can be used to attack the system. Local digital certificates are used by websites which can be easily duplicated, resulting in phishing attack. Then, improper network connection, where the host is connected to network which is not secured and created for malicious intent. Example, free Wi-Fi system. Application layer problem, in which application is built incorrectly and allows sensitive information to be leaked. Example of username and password in URL of website. Second concept is malicious code. Malicious code is the kind of harmful computer code or web script designed to create system vulnerabilities leading to backdoor, security breaches, information and data theft, and other potential damage to file and computing system. It's a type of threat that may not be blocked by antivirus software on its own. Malicious code is a term used to describe any code in any part of software system or script that is intended to cause undesired effect, security breaches, or damage to a system. Malicious code describe the broad category of system security terms that include attack script, virus, worm, Trojan horse, backdoors, and malicious active content. Computer viruses are still the most common form of malicious code. A virus is a program that infects a computer by attaching itself to another program and propagating itself when that program is executed. Another frequently encountered malicious code is the worm, which is a computer program that can make copies of itself, spreading through connected system and consuming resource on affected computer or causing other damage. Some malicious code include most viruses are fragment of program that cannot exist alone and need to attach themselves to the host program. Other types of malicious code are able to spread and replicate by themselves and are able to propagate from computer to computer across a network. The third terminology is programming bug. In computer technology, a bug is a computer or coding error in a computer program. Or we can say that bug is a problem causing a program to crash or produce invalid output. The problem is caused by insufficient or erroneous logic. The bug can be error, mistake, defect, or fault, which may cause failure or deviation from expected result. Most bugs are due to human error in source code or its design. The program is said to be buggy when it contains large number of bugs, which affect program functionality and cause incorrect result. Some of the common programming bugs are given, like improper input validation. Ensure that your input is valid. If you are expecting a number, it shouldn't contain letter, nor should be price of new car be allowed to be dollar. Incorrect input validation can lead to vulnerabilities when attacker can modify their input in unexpected ways. Many of today's most common vulnerabilities can be eliminated or at least reduced with script input validation. Improper encoding or escaping of output. This is a second. Insufficient output encoding is at the root of most injection-based attack. An attacker can modify the command that you intend to send to other component, possibly leading to the complete compromise of your application, not to mention exposing the other component to exploit that attacker would not be able to launch directly. When your program generates output to other component in the form of structured message such as queries or requests, be sure to separate control information and metadata from actual data. Third is error message information leak. Chatty error message can disclose secret of any attacker who misuse your software. The secret could cover the wide range of valuable data, including personally identifiable information, authentication, credential, and server configuration. They might seem like harmless secret useful to your users and admin, such as the full installation path of your software. But even this little secret can greatly simplify the more concentrate attack. Failure to constant operation within the bound of memory buffer. And last one is improper access control. Means if you don't ensure that your software user are only doing what they allow to, then attacker will try to exploit your improper authorization and exercise that unauthorized functionality. Thank you.